Amazing, thank you. Oh, that's loud. So, you have me today. The last time I was on was almost a year ago to the day when I was looking at my notes. So, I'm going to start off with, and I'm not going to say left or right because I'm facing you and I'll get confused. So, this hand, would you rather only be able to whisper, or this hand, would you rather only be able to shout? Whisper or shout? Oh, bit mixed. Oh, okay. Would you rather, this one's quite disgusting, would you rather not be able to brush your teeth for a week or not shower, this hand, for a month? Oh, teeth. Oh, everyone's going teeth. Oh, okay. Next one. Would you rather have, if you drive a car, a speeding ticket or a parking ticket? I've had both more than once. Oh. Would you rather travel 50 years in the past or 50 years in the future? Past, future. Oh, mixed again. Like it. So, my last one is, would you rather live a life full of blessing, protection, guidance, and provision, or live a life full of continuous lies, darkness, stress, and struggle after struggle? Yes. So, do you know that you are worthy of blessing after blessing, guidance, protection, no matter your circumstances, now, no matter your circumstances in the past? And it says in Ephesians 1, verse 11, which should come up, in him we are also chosen, having been predestined according to the plan of him who works everything in conformity to his purpose of his will. There's a few Bible verses in my message that I'll really like to read before it and after it. And some of them are amazing, the stories in here. So I really encourage you. I've got quite a few scriptures, but read before and read the after, because I would be here a very long time if I was to do that with them all. So let's walk with him. We've only got one life, and it's now. Let's grab his plans, his promises, and the purpose that we have, because we are worthy no matter what we have done. In Jeremiah 1, verse 5 from the Message, before I shaped you in the womb, I knew all about you. Before you saw the light of day, I had holy plans for you. How amazing is that? Before we were even breathing in the world, God had a plan for us, for every single one of us. And it was our very own plan. It wasn't the same as someone else's. It wasn't the same as your family or your parents. It's your very own plan. Isaiah 46:10, I make known the end from the beginning, from ancient times to what is still to come. I say, my purpose will stand, and I will do all that I please. It doesn't matter what you have done in the past. God still has a plan, and it's amazing. So I've got 5 points. Feels quite a lot, don't worry. Point number 1 is only God knows. The devil doesn't know anything about tomorrow. Only God does. The devil will lie so much to you in your head that you will start to believe him. And every negative emotion, feeling, anxiety, stress is from the devil. It's not from God. In Matthew 6:31, so do not worry, saying, what shall we eat, or what shall we drink? What shall we wear? For the pagans run after all these things, and your heavenly Father knows that you need them. But seek first the kingdom and his righteousness, and all these things will be given to you. Therefore, do not worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow will worry about itself. Each day has enough trouble of its own. I know it's really easy in life to worry about tomorrow, or how am I going to pay for this, or my car's a bit broken, or how am I going to get the kids to school, or it's so easy to get inside your head and worry about things that you don't really know the answer to. Let's trust God and his plan and not believe the lies of the devil. He wants to distract our attention. He will do anything he possibly can because he doesn't want us going for God. So let's stop listening to the what ifs of the devil and start listening to the what ifs from God. Fix your focus on God because you're worthy of all he has planned for you. Wake up, get up, wash your face the day, and focus your eyes on Jesus. Don't let the devil steal the day that is not his. You are so worthy of your tomorrow. One of my favourite verses, Jeremiah 29, verse 11, very well known. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you and not to harm, plans to give you hope and a future. I also like number 12. Then you will call on me, and I will come and pray to me, and I will listen. You will seek, and you will find me when you seek with all of your heart. So, number 2. Fix your eyes forward. So, I was reading, I'm not sure how true this is, but in the Bible, Lot's wife is one of the only women that God told us to remember. So I'm going to give you a really brief, my version of the before. So we've got Lot and his wife and his 2 daughters. I didn't read quite far enough back, but God has said, I'm going to destroy the town that you're in. It's gone so wrong. And he told Lot and his wife to flee where they were. So they were like, no, I don't want to leave. And he was like, go or you'll be destroyed as well. So they packed up, and Lot's wife was like, please don't send us to the mountains. I don't want to go up and live in the mountains. I want to go to this next town. So God said, go now or you will die. Flee now, and you'll live, basically. The rest of the town was destroyed, just like God said. But it says in verse 26, but Lot's wife looked back and became a pillar of salt. So when I was reading that, I was like, she pleaded with God to save her and to let her move to this next town. And then she looked back and became a pillar of salt. So fix your eyes on the now and on the future. Don't keep looking back and dwelling on the past. Don't let your future become salty because of your past. Time and time again, it's so easy to think that past situations, choices, and regrets mean that you don't deserve the plan that God's got for you now. Everyone makes mistakes, but it's how we learn from them and move forward that's important. Don't let your past define your future. Let your future define your past. You're worthy of the dreams, ambitions, and goals that God's put in your heart. Number 3, it's time to expose the broken. So if when you're a child or have a child, and if they hurt something, like they hurt their finger or the skin or their elbow, and they hold on to it and they don't want to let it go. And they hold on, and it's really sore, they don't want to let it go. But you can't fix it if they're holding it. If they've got a splinter in their finger or stones in their elbow, you can't fix it until they let go. So, what are you holding on to that can't be fixed? If you hide something for so long, it will injure you time and time again when it should only hurt once. Let go and let God heal and mend. Don't let the injury continue to stop God doing what he wants to do. John 5:8. Then Jesus said to him, "Get up, pick up your mat and walk." And at once the man was cured. He picked up his mat and walked. Another well-known story. You can read the before and the after. You're worthy of healing now, just like every single person that Jesus has healed, physically and mentally. There is nothing that Jesus can't fix and turn around. You're worthy to let go. Point number 4. 4. Shake your walls. So they're in Acts 16, a story of Paul and Silas. So they were marched through the streets, beaten, flogged, and were heading to prison. And then when they were put in prison, they weren't just thrown in a cell and shut the gate. They were put arms chained, and they were put in the middle cell, and their feet were put in blocks. So there was no way they could move. They couldn't get out of their hands or their feet or get out of the cell. How angry would you be? I think in that situation, it would take me a long time to do what these guys done. So about midnight, verse 25, Paul and Silas were praying and singing hymns to God, and the other prisoners were listening. Verse 26 says, "Suddenly there was a violent earthquake, that the foundations of the prison walls were shaken. At once, all the prison doors flew open and everyone's chain became loose." How powerful is that? We are worthy to praise and to pray to God. Whatever point that you're in at life, even if you're at your highest or if you're at your lowest or if you're just at a happy medium, you are worthy to praise and pray to God. It doesn't matter your past situations, and no one can stop you. Prayer and praise changes your mindset and your outlook and turns negative situations into positives. And number 5, being pruned. Have you ever been in a season in life and that you think God is just punishing you? Have you ever lost the ability to do things that you could do in the past, lost connections with people around you? Your friendship groups might have changed, your family relationships, maybe your job or your financial situation. And have you ever thought, what is going on? Have we got any gardeners here? I am not a gardener. But during seasons of gardening, we have to cut things back. The tree in my front garden really needs cut back. It's huge. So the definition of being pruned means to trim, by cutting away dead or overgrown branches or stems, especially to encourage growth. When you think you're being punished, you're actually being pruned. It looks deconstructive. It looks messy, but it is constructive. John 15 says, I am the true vine, and my Father is the gardener. He cuts off every branch to me that bears no fruit, while every branch that bears fruit he prunes so that it will be even more fruitful. You are already clean because of the word I have spoken to you. Remain in me, and I will also remain in you. No branches can bear fruit on its own. It must remain on the vine. Neither can you bear fruit unless you remain in me. Now, during pruning, you may feel like that you have lost skills and abilities. You may have lost friendships and relationships. You may have lost a job. You may have lost an income. But it is God pruning you, allowing you to have more space for more blessings. More blessings might be new skills, deeper understandings, new abilities, new friendships, better relationships, maybe a different job. So you've got to be careful what you call punishment from God when actually it's a pruning season, and a season does come to an end, and you will bear fruit by going through it. You are worthy of being pruned and having the blessings. You're worthy of all that God has done, will do, and has promised to do. He can build up, rebuild, and start again from the bottom. And just as we are finishing in prayer, I'm just going to read a little bit. It says, your past circumstances don't define your future. Only God does. Your family's past doesn't define your future. Only God does. Your abilities right now don't define your future. Only God does. Your money income doesn't define your future. God does. Your job doesn't. God does. Your house doesn't. God does. Your mental or physical health doesn't. Only God does. You are so worthy of the plans and the future with Jesus by your side, reaching all your goals, and to be so blessed by God, you've got no idea. If you are, just as we're praying, if you are ready to step into that purpose, or just to say yes to God, it will be one of the biggest and best decisions you've ever made. And all I would like you to do is just pop your hand up, and someone can give you extra help about making that amazing decision. If anyone. God, I thank you that we are worthy of your plans and the dreams in our heart, no matter of our past situations or decisions. You've got us, and that you're with us, and that you're guiding the way. Amen. That's us, and I will pass back to the fabulous Impendolo.